All right, if you are a leadership coach, life coach, personal growth coach, whatever coach you are in when it comes to leadership, this video is for you. How you can grow in 2025. And this is something that I'm planning to implement in my business to help me grow, to become a better leader. And I think every one of us can apply this, okay? So, we all know that social media is changing, okay? This is not the social media it used to be before. Okay, like we used to live in this era where it was all about TV shows. We see Netflix growing and things like that. But I realized that social media is not social anymore. Things are changing. What used to work doesn't work anymore. And I have seen a lot of different creators, leaders shifting from what other people used to do and begin to do something different. And I put together 5 real trends that leadership coaches can apply today. Begin to apply so you can take your business to the next level, okay? Because it's not just about what you can do, but it's about what you can offer to people online. Your followers, people that begin to follow you. And I don't know why, but I have seen as I begin to communicate and talk to a lot of leaders, especially on LinkedIn, I realized that a lot of them, they have this on their headlines saying leadership coach, but for some reason they're not posting. People just stop posting. You know, you took the time to build followers, people that begin to follow you because of your content, because of the value you can add. And the next thing you do, you disappear. That cannot be happening. You need to come back. You need to be able to bless the people that begin to follow you, because those people can turn into leads, and that's what you want. Okay? Yeah, a lot of people are confused about the algorithm. They don't know where to find the best information because people are grabbing things from here, and then combining and changing things. So people need a place where they can feel safe. And if you have that, you need to begin to offer that to people. Okay? But yeah, so the first thing is we're shifting from where we used to be before to offer people a different varieties of shows. Okay, just to give a quick example. Now, people used to before back in 2020, 2021, creators that you follow, they would post videos about different things, and people would watch that. Today, it's different. If you post videos, let's say today you post videos about mindset and you are a leadership coach, and the next day you post videos about leadership, YouTube especially will begin to ask questions like this: who are you trying to reach? You have to know that. For example, I work with a lot of leaders. What I do is simple. I help leaders grow on social media, especially YouTube and LinkedIn. That's what I want to do. And I talk about leadership and personal growth. And the reason I do that is because you have to pick one or two. I pick 2. And those are what I talk about. Okay? So know your target audience. You need to know your target audience, and you need to know that you need to focus on just what you talk about. You need to focus on that because that's what's going to help you get more leads, reach more people in that specific area that you can help people with. Don't try to post about different things all the time. And I get it. People post about playing golf. People post about this and that. No, just focus on, you need to use your social media as a place that people can come and people can feel value, and they can go and they know the next time they come in, they will find the same topics that you talk about, that you help people with. So let's not trick algorithm with different things. Let's make sure we have just one or two topics that we will talk about and focus on that. Okay, so that's what we have to do. Yeah, so you got to become your own network, basically. One topic, one message, one lane. Not many. Don't try to do all of this. And I think because the reason we do that is because we want to go viral. In my opinion, I think value is more important than viral. What I mean by that is you want to reach the right people. The people that you know, they love what you talk about, this topic. They're passionate about it. And they know if they go, they come back, it will be the same again. So just know that. So yeah. So know and pick that area, one or two styles that you can do consistently every single week that you don't miss. Okay? And I think it got to be something that you're not going to get bored 6 months from now, 12 months from now. It's something that you know that personally for you, you want to improve in that area. Okay? And I do believe that people can make money in any niche if they know how to do it right. If they know, they don't have to show all different things and change the thumbnails and all that. Now, this is something, obviously, I'm going to talk about that later in a different video, but just make sure. Remember, one topic, one message, one lane. Okay? And that's how you're going to win. That's how you're going to become more the expert in your niche, and you will find more clients, help more people, make more money, and then and grow your followers. The second one is the content you post is now part of your business engine. So every post you do, it's either to help you grow or slow you down. And when you have the system in place and follow that system every single day, you'll begin to see the difference. Okay? Because you need traffic. You need people to keep coming in and see what you do all the time. And then when you have traffic, they will be able to see your funnel, what you have to offer, and your product, and buy from you. But everything needs to be in alignment. Your YouTube, your different social medias, the headline, all that needs to be in alignment with what you offer, your product. Because at the end of the day, you want to guide people from point A to point D. Just a quick example, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to have more leads, have the traffic to get more leads, to lead people to your funnel, and then from your funnel for people to buy from you. Don't use it just to go viral, because I think that's not the best way to do it. Eventually, you will go viral in your niche. And I think going viral is not just about having like 1 million followers or anything like that. I think going viral is just like have like 200 people follow you consistent. 200 people. We learn about the 1,000 true friends. What about if you have 1,000 true friends that consistently always comes in and they check your content and they love you because of what you do, and they're growing and they buy from you? I think, in my opinion, that is much better than trying to go viral. So viral is not what you want to do. Eventually you will, because there's always a video that's going to pop up and get more views and all that, but just focus on the value, not going viral. Okay? The third one is big creators that have a lot of followers. They're in trouble. In And what I mean by that is that they are people that probably tried to buy followers before. This is something I've never done. I'm starting from the beginning, from scratch. I don't have a lot of followers. That's okay. I'm growing, I'm developing, and I'm trying to do what I love, help leaders make more money on YouTube and develop themselves and become a better version of themselves and add value and impact people. Okay? Not just have purpose, but have purpose and make profit as well from that purpose they have. But yeah, I think big creators are in trouble because they're not getting a lot of engagement, a lot of views, because in the past they probably buy followers because they want to have more brands coming to them and make more money. But eventually that dies down. That's not what you want. You want to build slowly, consistently, and eventually you will reach the right people, and the people will come in. They will find themselves in the best place to grow, and then they stay. So that's what you want, And a quick question I want to ask is: can you hold attention today? Can you hold people's attention? Number 4 is there's too much noise. Seriously, there's so much noise out there that people begin to follow someone who are weak, and it is a topic that they enjoy, the topic that they're growing on, but the same people that they follow begin to talk about something different, and then they have to go and find someone else to learn from. I think that's not good. Okay? And I think what a lot of creators are doing now is they are building communities. They're building communities because they know that they can take their content, their information, they can put it in a community, and people can come and learn from that and learn from them. And I think that's what people need. People want that. You take your information and you put it inside a community of like-minded people that enjoy, and then you give them the transformational that they need. You grab that information and you if you put it in a private community, and then that becomes the transformation that people need. And people feel safe inside a community. So do you have a community? So that's one thing you have to do. Nowadays, a lot of creators are having different communities, but I don't think I've seen a lot of leaders doing that. They're just probably just posting videos and trying to get the next gig, speaking gig, and all that. But they're forgetting about community. Do you have a community? So build a community that people can feel that you care about them. A community that you can come and you can pour into them as much as you can. Okay? And I think it could be a private community or public that anyone can come in. When I mean private, I mean like a paid community. Okay? I think it's much easier to have a free community because you can always sell your higher ticket to them, and you can always invite them to join your what I call the challenge, 5-day challenge. And this is something I learned last month, and that's the next step. Challenge. Run a 5-day challenge. It could be 3, it could be 1 day. It could be like even just every 6 weeks. You find a way that you can run a challenge, and a challenge will help you tell people what do you do and show them at the same time. And it's much easier when you run a 5-day challenge because people can spend time with you for 10 hours. And they don't have to go to different platforms to find you. And after that 10 hours, they will be in much better position to buy from you. Like, man, I love this guy. The way he teach, Obviously, there's more than just the 5 days, and then I think it's a good way to give people the opportunity to decide if they want to work with you or not. Okay, and you can build your testimonies and all that. So a 5 day challenge is a good way to bring people into your channel with what you offer. Okay, so leaders, are you having challenges? Okay, so do you have challenge that you run every single week, every single month to bring new people inside your programs, inside what you offer? So that's something to think about, And I'm actually going to be running a my own challenge, what I call the Transformational Leader Challenge. This is something that's coming up soon. I'm still working on it, developing, putting everything together to be able to do that and bring people so they can see and learn from me, and make a decision if I am the right guy to work with. Okay, so run a challenge. Okay, but yeah, so a challenge is a great way, and at the same time, when you run a challenge, you grow yourself. Okay, because you go live on Zoom and whatever platform you use. I know people use Riverside. There's a lot of things out there you can use, but when you run a challenge, you give people the opportunity to look at you and know that you're real. Okay, that you're not trying to pretend to be someone out there. That you really enjoy what you do, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to help leaders build a community and run a challenge and do all this, because this is the way that you can make more money in 2025 and next year too. I know we're coming soon, almost 6 months into 2025 left, but we still got time to make all this possible. Okay, and the last thing is AI. Okay, so this is a new era of AI, and we have seen a lot of different videos, content creations about AI, and it's beginning to become even harder to be relatable with people. And what I mean by that is we see a lot of different content creators use AI in a way that they don't want to show themselves, and people don't relate with that. That's why I think when you have a community, when you have challenge that you run, people can see your real self. Your transparency. They can see that you're not faking. And I'm not saying AI is bad. AI is a great tool. I use ChatGPT to kind of help me craft the titles of my videos and my thumbnails as well. So that's the way I use AI, and it's been really, really helpful. I used to use it to kind of help me create content when it comes to writing, because I'm not good at copywriting. But I just stopped. I was like, you know what? I need to grow in this area. So I'm going to take my time and look at different creators on LinkedIn that are doing well and kind of see if I can learn from them. Not copy, but learn from them and apply in my own way, make my own twist and things like that. So that's what I've been done. But yeah, just to kind of wrap up over here, have a community, know how to run a challenge. I do that. I worked with a few coaches last month. I was able to see the way some people are running challenge. I was able to be part of the Omar Otakori challenge, the Content to Cash challenge, which was great, which was amazing. I learned a lot, But challenge is a great way for you to sell your high ticket to someone that needs your service, because you don't want to devalue what you offer, because everything you offer to people, it's valuable, and you need to get paid for that. Okay, so yeah, so that's what you have to do. You use AI. Don't try to to buy followers, and come back, begin to post again. Okay. I'm starting to talk to a lot of creators on LinkedIn that I want to work with, that I want to help. And I have seen that a lot of them, they have this headline: I'm a coach, leadership coach, personal growth coach, executive coach in leadership and all that, which is great, but they're not really showing. Okay. They just not there. I'm like, and I get it, as soon as you begin to do what you like, especially when it comes to leadership, you begin to actually have a lot of different companies that want to work with you, and then you do speaking, you help the team grow, and you put together presentations and all that. But we tend to forget about the most important thing, which is leads, which is the people that you created. By when you created an account, could be like YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever social media platform that you're on, but you just go away and you just leave people empty handed. And then you expected them to still be there. Doesn't work that way. Okay. Just to give you a quick example, let's say if you have a kid and then you feed your kid for the whole week, and then next week comes and you say, you know what, this week I'm not going to feed you because last week you ate all the food. Of course, you don't do that, but you just like, yeah, I'm going to make you food. I'm going to help you grow. Okay. Or let's say if you have a plant at your home. Let's say if you have a plant in your house and by the window. And then every morning you wake up, drink a coffee, you go about your day, and the plant is still there. No water, no sun. You didn't even see it, but it's there. And what happens? The plant begins to die. And you don't want that to happen with your social media. There's so much money to be made on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and I'm being real right now, not faking. I'm just trying to help you here. What do? You wake up in the morning, you smile, you even tell yourself, what a beautiful day. And you go by the window and you grab a water and you pour water on that plant, and you move it, you twist it, and then you give the plant the sun so they can grow. And it's the same thing too. You need to keep showing up with your content, get better, and add value to people. Okay? Because people need that. But those are the 5 things that I wanted to share. I hope you find this valuable. But yeah, we need to build a community. We need to build challenges that we can run so we can introduce people to a higher ticket that we have to offer them the opportunity to work with us. Okay? Because people need that. There's a lot of people out there that need help. And you can do that too. So those are the 5 ways that the leadership coaches can win big in 2025 with social media. I hope you find this valuable. See you in the next video.